is Alexander. Shabbat for three. There you go. He is home to the lead.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dime Dropper Playoff Recaps. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe on YouTube at Dime Dropper Podcast. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify, and of course, to follow us on all social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Dime Dropper Pod. So, tonight's episode, I'm going to briefly talk about the Jazz Grizzlies at the end, as well as a little bit of that Knicks Hawks. I didn't get to see too much of it. And a little bit of Sixers Wizards. But we will mainly be talking about the huge, resilient victory when I counted them out and everybody was counting us out, except for a couple people. Some people weren't. But I was counting us out because, you know, the PTSD in me, and it's better to count us out because whenever I do, it seems sometimes there's a twist in the tail. So, Clipper fans, if you get really, really, really frustrated when we lose like me, just expect us to lose because it's way more – in my mind, we've already lost in the first round. Like, we lost to the Mavs in the first round. You know, Luka is better than Kawhi and Paul now. But in reality – we got a big dub tonight, and it's time to unpack all of that. What a huge victory for my Clips, staying alive in Dallas in front of a raucous crowd, nearly a sellout, 118-108 to make it a series again. But in the beginning of the game, it looked like we were starting a fucking clown convention out there doing the same old garbage all over again. There was an adjustment to the starting lineup, one of the ones that I suggested in my last live, which was to go with the starting lineup that we had for the majority of the season. And that was Reggie Jackson starting at the point guard. And I didn't mind that when I saw that from Ty. The only thing is we continuously wanted to let Ivica Zubac switch on to Luka on an island. How many times did we talk about that? Is Ty Lue dumb? I mean, what's good with our coaching staff? I understand the strategy was to limit the others, which we did for the most part. But to start the game, I just don't like that Luka switch. He gets it every time. I would rather have him go make a play, honestly. Just with, like, screw that switch. Because he scored the first 8 points on him. One of them, I think, was a mid-range, and then 2 of the classic Luka step-back threes from the top. 8-0, and then we come back from the timeout, and we continue to get blitzed. We look rattled. Kawhi looked like Kawhi. I even tweeted out. He was like, he's looking like Kawhi right now. He is not guarding Luka. Paul George is guarding Luka, but they're switching easily. It was back to that bullshit that we saw in the first 2 games. And they were firing on all cylinders. Tim Hardaway Jr. splashing from 3, Maxi Kleba, but it was really the Luka show. Even Porzingis didn't open that his only 3 of the game in that first quarter. It was an avalanche. But who turns the game around? Rajon Rondo and Terrence Mann. They come into the game and they bring communication on defense. In Terrence Mann's case, he brings great defense on the ball, length. He's going to go up for the rebounds. He's just going to be active. He's hungry. The hungriest player on our team is Terrence Mann. And you can see it in his body language. You can see it in the way he throws himself around. He is always in attack mode. He doesn't take a second off. And I don't know why it took Ty so long to realize this. He's a champion, Ty Lue, as a coach and as a player. He should realize it before a fan like me, that Terrence Mann, who I've been saying since the regular season, as you guys know, should be in our playoff rotation over Reggie. And even, I don't know if I said over a Beverly, but after the injury, I probably said something along those lines at some point. But he needs to be in the game. He attacks the basket. He rebounds. He plays defense. He's actually willing to fight through a freaking screen. And that's another thing. It's kind of weird because in game 1, we fought through no screens, really. Game 2, we did a little bit more, but not nearly enough. And then tonight, I thought we did a little bit more, but still not enough. But I thought that it was better tonight. I like Terrence, though. He was getting over those things. And I do think that some of the guys did a little bit of a better job on Luka switching as the game went on. But mainly what it was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard as the game went on. But since the jump, honestly, Paul George took the responsibility of guarding Luka from the beginning of the game, and he was in attack mode, going to the basket, going straight into guys' chests, going up strong, not like I hate to say it, but not like a bitch, the way I've seen him go up in so many occasions in various playoffs like 2019 and in the regular season, in various portions and in the bubble. He was going up strong. It was just phenomenal to see. And then he was dipping into his bag. They were hand checking the shit out of him, and he was doing that step back. How do guys combat the hand check? Well, mid-range games. You can stop on a dime and pull when they're cutting off your drives. That is how you beat the hand checks. That is why the 80s and the 90s players, that's how they got through it. That's why the mid-range game was so important. And when Paul George is playing with that kind of confidence, because he can do that. He can do that. We all know it. Everyone in the world knows it. That confidence that he had tonight. And let's be honest, guys. Let's stop the slander. Paul George, I don't like him yet still. Let's see how this series ends. I still don't like Kawhi and Paul like that. I'm freaking being dead serious. But Paul, he is having his best playoffs since probably Indiana. Actually, for sure, Indiana. He is playing great right now. He's silencing the critics. He came to play. And here's my thing about Kawhi, man. He was eating. I love his shots, the mid-range. I loved how he was being aggressive. Maxi Kleber could not guard him. I love how he's trying to go to the basket, and he did. And he was very efficient. And he was hitting his threes and taking good shots and overall making very good decisions. But Kawhi is just so overrated on defense, man. He's living on reputation. He had some great moments of some help defense. He barely guarded Luka. In the first half, he virtually guarded him one possession and he picked up a foul. It's ridiculous. The reputation this guy has. You know what I'm saying? He's been living off reputation for 5 years on the defensive end. He's still a great defender, don't get me wrong. But what difference does it make if you're not actually guarding the elite to the elite? Okay, I know the counter argument. If you want him guarding the elite to the elite, he's not going 13 to 17 and dropping 36 points. Dude, we're 1-2. You feel me? We're 1-2. It's not like this formula's worked. And he does a great job when he's on it. But I'm not complaining about Kawhi's performance. I'm just trying to keep it objective here and let y'all know that the defense is over-exaggerated, for sure. Paul George, though, tonight, I criticized his defense the other night. He was better. He guarded Luka the majority of the game. I'd say more than not the majority of the game, but more than anybody else as our primary defender. But I thought that their offense carried us in that first half, really carried us. I thought that Rondo and Terrence were good, but they didn't score too much. I thought that Reggie was a little frustrating in that first half. And then he took some ill-advised shots. He took 10 threes out of the 12 shots that he took total. So you know how I'm not too in favor of that. However, I do like catch and shoot Reggie more than any other Reggie when he's trying to dance around. And that's what we got tonight. And I think that's why he was pretty good. But in the first half, I thought he was a little overzealous at times. But yeah, we saw a lot more small ball. Ivica Zubac only played 11 minutes. And I forgot to mention that Ibaka, that was a very tough blow that our marquee signing of the offseason didn't get to play. We lost him at the worst time. But here's what I will say. Another thing we talked about in the lives was Patrick Beverley's minutes need to be cut, maybe altogether. He got 6 minutes, and honestly, I liked him in his 6 minutes. He had a bucket. He got a little – I thought him getting a little chippy was a little unnecessary at the time, but, hey, it was fine. He ended up winning, and I think Luka got a technical out of it, if I'm not mistaken. So if he did, that's good. I feel like he did something else that I liked, but I can't really remember. Maybe it was just one solid defensive play. But I thought that we were more in sync defensively. We didn't have as many breakdowns. But in the first half, we were still pretty poor with the unnecessary switching. Still some Luka on Reggie, and still a lot of Luka on Zoo. And honestly, we may need to chill out with the Luka and Senior switch as well. I think Senior is just very slow-footed against certain guys. Honestly, I just don't think he's that great laterally. He's a worse defender than I thought he was when he came here. I just remember that 2018, some of the games against LeBron, and he did a really good job. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not the same like that anymore. on the defensive end. And he was having a bad first half too. He was missing. We had chances to take the lead in the first half after we came back because this was the game, especially when Luka was out. We really took advantage of those minutes. We really took advantage of those minutes with the small ball because, other than Jalen Brunson, they were kind of struggling to create shots. And poor Zingis, dude. If that's the evolution of basketball, that's this unicorn you guys want to talk about, bro, he is buns. He can't take advantage of a 6'8". Bro, Rondo's getting switched onto him, and he's not even going to the post. He's like he can't even back anybody down. You know what I'm saying? He's not aggressive off the ball. He has no hunger, dude. He's a freaking, I'm telling you, he's no unicorn. He's one of those horses you see on the way to in the Central Valley of California in the middle of fucking nowhere. You look on the side of the road. It's a horse. That's Porzingis. He's weak. He is weak, bro. Like, he is not a second option for Luka to win a championship going forward. He's a third option. Tim Hardaway Jr. has outplayed him this series. And on defense, he's not even that nice. Like, he is not making that much of a presence. We're kind of targeting him on switches, bro. Paul George is going at him. Paul George has just been phenomenal, man. But anyway, we go into the half after winning the second quarter, 32-27. We up 63-61. And third quarter, it was a little back and forth. I thought Kawhi made some big shots to start it, honestly. And I thought that Reggie, one thing about him is he's not going to hesitate. He's going to keep shooting the damn basketball. And I thought he made a big three when we were going a little cold. But Luka was starting to hunt out those switches again, man. And we took Zoo off the court fairly quickly. That's one thing I liked is that like 3 minutes into the second half, I think, Zubats got taken out. So I like that adjustment from Ty. I thought he was better with his rotations more than anything, but I still didn't love the way we switched a little easily. That's my one thing going into the next game. Like, we need – because when Kawhi and Paul were guarding Luka, they did such a better job, like such a solid job. And it's mental, too, with Luka. I think that he's a little more intimidated by them as defenders. Even Batum, who I thought was, I said he should be able to guard Luka. Man, I honestly am fine with it going forward, but – Luka is much more confident. Like, if he starts working him again, I think we should chill with that. But I thought in the second half we did a good job of doubling when Reggie did get switched on to Luka, and Luka made some very careless errors. I was trying to see when we took Ivica Zubats out. I think we didn't even we didn't start with Zoo, I believe, in that third quarter. I think we started with Batum. And I think that was a good adjustment by Ty. But, again, Terrence Mann and Rondo, when they came in, I just thought that they really just give us the right stuff, man. Rondo just had so much control of the game. He was hearing the boo birds from the crowd. And I thought that the Clipper defense in the second half I liked the way we were giving Luka some tough buckets. But for the most part, we were staying home on the shooters, and we were staying home on Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Mavs took some really bad shots. Like Dorian Finney-Smith, Tim Hardaway Jr., they took some tough shots. Tim Hardaway Jr. was 4 of 14. He was 4 of 6 from 3, 0 of 8 from 2, 12 points. Just shows you what he's practicing. Dorian Finney-Smith, 3 of 10, 0 of 3 from 3, 6 points. And I love to see that. I love to see that. Jalen Brunson, though, man, hit some big shots. Hit some very big shots. But there was a moment in that third quarter where the Mavs were starting to hit shots, and we were helping off of Luka, trying to get the ball out of Luka's hands for a second, and he was finding some guys. And Marcus Morris Sr. had a bad closeout, and I believe Reggie Jackson had a bad closeout. Maxi Kleba just walked by him to make a mid-range. It was very ridiculous. And then we put the reinforcements in. And I was saying that we need to bring in it was 84-81 after Max Klima made that mid-range. And I was saying, yeah, we need to get Terrence and Rondo in now. Reggie and Mook gotta take a seat. And that's exactly what Ty did. So I love when, I call something out in the game and it happens. It actually happens. So yeah, that 84-81. Terrence Mann entered the game for Reggie. Rondo entered the game for Marcus Morris Sr. And then Kawhi came back and hit a jumper. So you've just got to love that. Terrence Mann also with the ability to, in the second half, was starting to get more confident. He was guarding Luka and even got a block on him. That was just fantastic. Fantastic. He was just so good. I just love his energy. He really, really wants this. And Kawhi and Paul, like just the array of shots that we're making. Kawhi's mid-range tonight. I mean, he only shot 5 threes, and I love that. But they made all their free throws. We were 17 of 18 from the line. The only one was Rondo, who missed one. Boo-hoo. That's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Our three-point shooting was finally a little more normal, 13 of 31. And the real deal breaker in that fourth quarter was, and by the way, Rondo started guarding Luka, and he started doing a good job. And that just all comes down to IQ, angles, getting a little physical, being a little crafty, communicating. You know, it wasn't like he had no help. You know, Kawhi, Batum, there were various guys, even Terrence Mann at times, with really solid help. And even Ivica Zubac had some nice offensive rebounds in the second half when he played. But I like how we kept the rotation short. Mostly Batum, Rondo, and Mann off the bench. Batum had 27 minutes, Rondo 26 minutes, Terrence 19. Reggie Jackson getting 34 is a little much for me. I would much rather have Rondo get 32 and Reggie like 30. But we won, so I can't complain. But Paul George and Kawhi, and especially in that fourth quarter, like Kawhi was going one-on-one, and he actually wasn't choking. He was making his threes, and he was taking good ones. He was going at Maxi Kleber, and he was getting some, you know, they gave us some friendly calls, I'm not going to lie. But the main reason why we got the dub in the end was Marcus Morris Sr. for 3 in the left corner. Double teams coming to Kawhi's side. Reggie making the extra pass. Guys like Kawhi driving and kicking. Senior making threes that we've seen him make all season long. And when that's happening, we're a different ball club. And that's what hasn't been happening for us so far. And Marcus Morris Sr. hitting those corner threes could be what gets him his confidence back. And now, ladies and gents, and by the way, let's talk about the fact that we can go small. And Chris taps for Zingas, the unicorn. Can't post up anybody. Evolution, though. Ever-fucking-lution. Dude, he is literally 99-cent store Ralph Sampson, this guy. No, that's honestly insulting to Ralph Sampson, bro. Oh, my God. He is weak. Bro, Luka, though. Weak. Okay, again, I need to, before I sound ignorant and mean, weak for NBA player standards and what he is supposed to be. With the body that he has and the skill that he has and shows at times. Not, you know, he's an amazing basketball player. But he's weak. And Luka choke itch tonight in that fourth quarter, pulling some Clipper tendencies, missing free throws and turning the ball over, very ill-advised turnovers, one on a Reggie Jackson double team, and another one, he had a line drive, nobody in front of him coming off a screen, and he just like threw the ball behind out of bounds to like a corner shooter. What's good with that? And Kawhi started guarding him more in that fourth, just getting over a screen, and Reggie was just hedging or showing, recovering. And Paul George was stepping up as when he was pre-rotating. Rocket science, like, come on, this is what we need to be doing more. And I just love that. Kawhi took a little more responsibility. I saw him like, no, I'm switching on to Luka. There were times where they were setting a screen who Kawhi was guarding, and Kawhi wouldn't switch. And we were switching everything, and Kawhi's not switching on to our best player. I'm like, what is this shit? But big plays were made at the end. Playoff Rondo was in full effect. We're sticking it to those Dallas motherfuckers. And those fans booing him for that 2015 debacle. But we didn't have a 2011 Lakers debacle because we got that W tonight. A fantastic, resilient win for the boys. And I couldn't be more proud. But this is how they reel you in. You know, they make you believe again, and you think that the series is going to change. We're going down 3-1. You know what I'm saying? It's just a good win, but we're probably going down 3-1. So, hey, I'm just kidding. We'll see. I have to prepare myself that we're going down 3-1. I think the most likely scenario is that we're going down 3-1 because I don't think Luka's losing 2 games at home. But I don't know. That shoulder felt a little sore. So you never know. And, hey, the confidence has changed. If Paul George and Kawhi can continue to play like this and Marcus Morris Sr. is back, you never know. And here's the thing. Game 5 at the Staples Center. I'll be going. By the way, check out my vlog for Game 2. It's up right now. It's up. By the way, you asked me if I have no faith in my team. Can you blame me? That's just no one needs to tell me to have faith. And if I do have faith, if you really start believing, that's when you get crushed again, my friends. So, and if you don't take losses, fine. You can believe, that's cool. That's not me, man. I really get like emotional and mad, and I don't know. I care so much, even though I'm trying to care less. So we'll see. I'm trying to. We've already lost this series. That's the funny part. We lost 2 games at home. We're not mentally tough to win this series, but you never know. You never know. Game 4. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna be at Game 5. Game 5 is gonna be hopefully better atmosphere than games 1 and 2. We're gonna get that place louder. But hey, don't let us win Game 4 though. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Do not let us win Game 4, because if we return to the Staples Center 2-2, we are gonna be getting lit in that bitch. And that, hopefully, will happen. But we got Game 4 coming up, and it's going to be a good one. Let's read the lines. Kawhi, 36 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. 13 of 17 from the field, as I said earlier, and 3 of 5 from 3. How great has he been in this series? Let's be honest. Besides the defense, he's been okay, but his offense has just been spectacular. Marcus Morris Sr., much better. 15 points, 6 of 9, 3 of 5 from 3. Much better. Zoo, only 2 points, 11 minutes. Reggie, 16 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. So I'll take that. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 of 10 from 3, 40%. Fine. Paul George, 29 points, 11 of 18 from the field. It's good that he can hit some threes tonight. He had some beautiful shots tonight. 2 of 6 from 3 and 5 of 5 from the line. He also had 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Batum, 8 points, 6 boards, 27 minutes played, 3 of 5 from the field. Rondo, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 of 7, 1 of 2 from 3, including the one came in the fourth quarter. Big shot to put us up 92-86. And he was plus 22, the highest of any Clipper. Playoff Rondo, baby. Terrence, 4 points. That will never tell you his impact. 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 assists, 1 of 3, plus 18. He was phenomenal. Luka, 44 points. Here's my thing about Luka, though. Very misleading stats, in my opinion. 44 points, 9 rebounds, none of which I noticed. I never was like, oh, good rebound, Luka. Like, there was some good offensive rebounds from like Tim Hardaway Jr., Willie Cauley-Stein. I don't remember many from Luka. 9 assists, legit. 44 points, though. And in the fourth, though, he choked. I don't care what anyone says. We watched the game. He choked in the fourth. 15 of 28 from the field. 7 of 13 from 3. A lot of those coming with Vincia Zubac switched on him and him dancing at the three-point line. But here's where he choked. 7 of 13 from the line. You know, his favorite player is LeBron, and he has a lot of similarities to him. He's extremely ball dominant. He holds the ball a lot. A lot of guys just become catch and shooters. He does nothing without the ball. This LeBron is better without the ball, but in the past, he was like this. Stand around when he doesn't have the ball, and he's suspect from the line, but he's so damn hard to stop just running high pick and rolls, and just his on-ball decision-making is one, like, top-notch. But it's funny how he's like, that's his favorite player. He has a lot of similar tendencies to me. He's just more savvy. LeBron's more athletic and strong. But that's the dub. But let's look at that soft Porzingis. 3 of 10, 1 of 4 from 3, 9 points. How ridiculous. Maxi Kleber, though, had a solid game. 14 points, 5 of 9, and 4 of 7 from 3. Jalen Brunson, 14 points on 5 of 8 and 4 of 6 from 3. So big win for us. I watched a little bit of the Wizards-Sixers game, and Bradley Beal was hooping, man. He has really been balling. But Westbrook, before he got injured, he's just playing weak. Like, you just can't score on these guys. Doesn't seem like. And Embiid is just playing so well. Like, I just love the way he's been playing lately. He's just making the right passes out of double teams. He's being aggressive. He's taking the right shots. He's just getting in the right position and posting up in the right spots. And Ben Simmons was really good in that last game too. And, Seth Curry, Danny Green, like they have a really good squad. This Wizards team, they can put on the points, but Russell Westbrook is 2 of 10, like 10 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists. Like that's just not good enough. 10 points. It's not going to get it done. Nobody besides Beal scoring 15 more than 11 points. So tomorrow is a huge game for the Wiz. They got to win, or else their season is done. I mean, I think their season's done. Westbrook's sustaining a little injury again. I feel like they just made it all out to get to the playoffs. It was a weird season for them, but Scott Brooks has to go this summer, and they got to look to build a better supporting cast around those two guys. But Joel Embiid, he is playing as well as like anyone in the league right now. Like just the way he's been playing this whole season. I know he only had 22 points, man, but like in 26 minutes, he was plus 19. They handled him like he was so good. Ben Simmons, 22 points, 11 of 15. So Sixers, man, Glenn Rivers, got to give it to him. He's doing a better job than Ty right now. That pains me to say, but I watched a little bit of the Jazz. Man, that boy Ja Morant, huh? What a talent. Just the way he moves, his hang time in the air, spectacular. But Donovan made a huge difference. And he got Dylan Brooks in foul trouble early, and he just 25 points for him, 8 of 19, 5 of 10 from 3. He got that, in-between game, that floater game. He does so much for their team. Mike Conley had 20 points and 15 assists, 8 of 16. He was phenomenal. And Rudy Gobert has just been fantastic, I think, so far. He had 4 blocks, 21 and 13 on 9 of 11, really rolling to the basket well. And Bogdanovich has been fantastic as of the third quarter of game 1. He had 18 points in game 2. Royce O'Neal, 14. Every single Jazz starter had 14 or more. Jingles had 14, and he didn't even miss a shot. 4 of 4, 3 of 3 from 3, and 3 of 3 from the line. And Jordan Clarkson had 16 points, 4 of 11. So all around, a very good performance from the Jazz offensively. 129 points is a lot, though. Dylan Brooks had 23 points, 10 of 14. He's been having an amazing series. But the Grizzlies got what they came for. It's 1-1. However, I think the Jazz, they're back. I think that the Grizzlies could easily win a game. I think they'll probably win a game in Memphis. I think they'll go Jazz in 6, though, no problems. Now that Donovan's back, I think it's a whole different ballgame, and Bogdanovich is starting to find his groove. I still didn't watch Denver-Portland. My apologies, guys. And I probably won't be giving analysis on that game because I told you I am going out of town for a couple of days, so I'm not going to have lives this weekend. Maybe I'll go Instagram live after game 4. But if we lose game 4, like we go down 3-1, like I don't know. I'll just probably tweet. Like I don't think there's much reason for me to make a live. Like if I can't make one, you know what I'm saying? If I was at home, I would make one. If we tie the series though, I'm gonna be lit. So I'm definitely making a live. You feel? Not like going live, but like an Instagram live. But let's finish off with. By the way, Celtics and Nets. I had some boys going to the game tonight. Man, electric. It's sounding in the TD Garden, and the next game is going to have 17,000. That's going to be amazing. The boos for Kyrie were great. Loud as can be and well-deserved as well. I didn't get to watch too much of it. I watched the first quarter, and James Harden was absolutely mixing. And because they can't help off of anybody, because Joe Harris is Splash Mountain, and Kevin Durant is Splash Mountain as well, James Harden was getting to the rim. But Tatum, he responded, and he responded all game. And he's been incredible these last couple of months. Another 50-point performance, this time coming in the playoffs against an elite team. He's just incredible. But I also thought that, Evan Fournier was really good. 17 points, 6 of 12, 4 of 7 from 3. Marcus Smart, 8 of 11, 5 of 8 from 3, and he was guarding, taking a lot of tough defensive responsibilities. Kyrie Irving was quiet, and he wasn't trying to get involved at all in the beginning. And that ending of the first quarter is really what changed the game for the Celtics. They bounced back from that timeout, which I think Brad took too long to call. They were down 19-4. And they came back, and Jason Tatum just started getting in his bag, one-on-one, all 3 levels, getting to the rim, 3-pointers, step backs, and against Kevin Durant, too. Like, no slouch on defense. He's doing this against KD. And Jason Tatum, man, he is untouchable with his confidence. And I'll tell you this right now. I told you guys, I've been saying it since his rookie year. I'm a big fan of Tatum. I think he's going to average 30 points at some point of his career. And he's just a special, special talent that I've been able to see. And I lived in Massachusetts for the first 3 years of his career. So got to watch so much of him and see him live twice. And special talent, man. Special talent. Right, he's got the right mentality, too. Sometimes he can fall into the trap like any modern star. He can be a little lazy, complacent. He's young. He's figuring things out. It's been a tough year for him. But when the going gets tough, He's not afraid of the moment, and he is stepping it up. Somebody else who I thought was phenomenal, Tristan Thompson, hungry on the glass. And that's the big Blake at the 5. They have holes. They're not physical. They're small. And they all take turns. This is a real thing. And there's only one ball because they don't play cohesively. They don't I don't see too much off the ball movement. Kevin Durant is good off the ball. He's just a smart player. And he's so efficient with his movements, man. I can see how he likes Jordan a lot. And he has similarities in how effortlessly he scores sometimes. And you can load up on him all you want. But when he's in those mid-post areas, forget about it. Forget about it. And that's what he needs to do. Stop settling late in games, standing at the perimeter where they can load up on you easier and settling for those threes. I know he can hit them, but those mid-ranges, 1 dribble, 2 dribble, those are unguardable. You can bring that double. Don't matter. Not when you're 7 feet, too. But, yeah, I thought that it was awesome seeing the Celtics fans. And Kyrie was weak. Kyrie was real weak. And Tristan Thompson, though, was so hungry on the glass, man. You got to love that. Championship energy. 19 points, 13 boards for him, 8 of 13. Kemba Walker, though, I mean, they got to get rid of him this summer. And I really like Kemba, but 3 bad games. 6 points, 3 of 14, 0 of 7 from 3. You know what I'm saying? Romeo Langford, though, made some big threes in that first quarter, and he offered some good defense. Plus 21, the highest of any Celtic in his 27 minutes. He had 6 points, and he was 2 of 7. And I've been telling some Celtics fans, I think he's going to be a really key part of that rotation next year. But huge win for Boston. I said Nets at 5. You guys heard my predictions. I said Nets at 5, and I still stand by that pick. KD has a 39-point game spoiled. 39, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals, too. 13 of 24 from the field and 4 of 9 from 3. But I see a very uncharacteristic stat. 9 of 12 from the line. 75% for Mr. K Dizzle. Ain't nothing good about that. Kyrie Irving, 6 of 17 in his return to Boston. Gotta love that. 2 of 6 from 3, 16 points. James, plumber Jim Harden, not looking like a plumber tonight. 41 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, 11 of 18 from the field, and 7 of 12 from 3. But here's my thing about the Nets, man. They just don't move the ball like that to me. Like when they have a lot of assists, it all comes from dribble. Everybody ISOs, then they dribble penetration, then they move the ball. There's no off. It's not fluid. It's not like the Warriors. The Warriors, everybody can be eating, and it's all synchronized because they're all moving off the ball. They're moving the ball. Everyone's touching that thing. Nets, it's like a pickup game. Everybody's like, oh, it's your turn, Kyrie. Now it's time for you to do your dance. It's time for Harden to do tween, step back, tween, cross. KD, it's your turn to post up now, and I'm just going to sit here and watch you. Nah, that shit is fucking weak, bro. If the Lakers make it to the finals, I think they could beat the shit out of them, honestly. Not actually beat them by a lot, but beat them because – cupcake soft, man. Never mind, actually, because the Bucks are taking him down next round. Hashtag fear the deer. Anything else? Well, how many minutes we got here? 33. Jesus. I should make it lengthy though, because I'm not gonna be here the weekend. So last recap of the weekend, and I will be going live. I see you live subscribers. I see the attendance. 72 people. 72 people. I will give you guys your time tonight. Let's see. Anything else? I did watch a little bit of that Knicks game. Julius Randle is so caught up in the moment. He doesn't know how to handle a double team. He posts up at way too far from the basket. He brings it up too much. He's not smart at all. He needs to go watch some Willis Reed footage and figure out where to get the ball and fight a little harder. They may try a little harder in this era to dislodge you from those spots because they're closer to the basket. But shit, get a little physical, buddy. Come on. This is the playoffs. And the Hawks right now are rolling all over them, and Trae Young is making me look the fool because I thought the physicality would get to him. But I didn't see the Knicks schemes. I just know their offense isn't there. Their best player is not doing the job. And I think that the Hawks' weapons are letting Trae Young get more space to operate. And the Knicks, they don't have those same weapons. And maybe I underestimated the effect, the Julius Randle effect in the playoffs because I had Knicks in 7, and they still could be that. But if that Hawks win that game 4, it's a wrap. In 6, maybe even 5. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Apple Podcast and Spotify version. Great night for me. Chelsea Champions League final tomorrow, man. First time in 9 years. I cannot fucking wait. I'm definitely going to do something on that because, it's my favorite team in the Champions League final. And, guys, if you guys don't know, I try to at least. This season's been a little tougher for me with no fans and, doing dime dropper and being so into the basketball scene. And I told you guys I'm toning that down next season unless the Clippers somehow win this championship or get to the conference finals. But I really love soccer, and I do watch all the Chelsea games for the most part. I watch every Champions League game, all the league games. Like, I know that's besides the Clippers, that's the only other sports team I watch every game. I try to, follow their every game. So I'm pumped for tomorrow. Pumped. But anyway, that's it for me tonight, guys. Come on, Chelsea. Go Clips. Let's get it. Let's tie this series. And check out my video, my vlog. Peace. What's good, gentlemen? Be White, if you're still in the chat, you said churros, man. I don't know. It's 11:12. We couldn't get close. This man said churros. You're fiending. How many times did you say that? Go Clips, gentlemen. Good stuff. You positive about bounce back for the Clippers? Fuck no. Are you kidding? But guys, they're blowing a 3-1 lead. I'm sorry, they're gonna go down 3-1. It's already written. Churros. Really? Is that what Marcus Morris Jr. Sr. said? Siakam is not. Hey, that's the Facts Lake Show. Raptors Nation. Pascal Siakam. I don't know if he's what is he what unicorn is he? OC for hoops? That's a little deep, man. Just for hoops? If I'm an OC though, hit me up. I'm great, Raheed. I am great. Of course, when the Clippers win, I'm great, especially a playoff game. Top 5 playoff players so far. Luka, Kawhi, Joker, Embiid, Giannis. I'd say either Giannis or Paul. Oh, Ja Morant. Yeah, I'll take away Luka and put in Ja Morant. No, I'm sorry, not Luka. I'll take away Paul George and put in Ja Morant. I'm sorry. No, I think the beard's coming off. Ja is not impressive. You're asleep. Chill. Come on now, Gus Days. That was a big win in Utah. Yeah, take away PG. KB Magic, what's good, my guy? I'm glad y'all win. Tired of the locals hearing Luka jerseys everywhere. I haven't watched 3 games during the season. That's garbage. Oh, yeah, you're in Dallas. You should have gone to the game tonight, KV. Jimmy Butler. I talked about it last night, Maniac Lane. Go check out my recap from last night. Ja is not impressive. You're asleep. This is his first playoff appearance, man. He's a sophomore. I don't think he's a unicorn, Raptors Nation. He's a good player, man. He's nothing special like we haven't seen before. I agree with your take, Claudio Ferry. Embiid averages 26, 6 and 6. Not my top 5. Come on now. What's wrong with Eddie's 2-0? What? What's wrong with that? You're looking at the stats? I'm looking at the way he's playing. He's dominating. Yep, I agree, Claudio Ferry. He says Clips need to keep forcing Luka right into the lane and keep active hands. Ticket price is way too high, says KB Magic in Dallas. Feel that. What's the cheapest ticket? You think Clippers will turn the series around the series if they win on Sunday? Oh, if we win on Sunday, this series is turned around. Oh yeah. Do you think refs favor the Lakers against the Suns? I think officiating sucks on both sides. Yeah, I think officiating sucks on both sides. Dime, if the Clippers lose in the first round, will you shave your head bald for the live? No. What? Time best the Clipper lineup, Lake Show says, is Rondo, Man, Kawhi, PG, and Morris. In this series, yeah, because Kristaps Porzingis is so soft, he can't take advantage of his size. What's so unique about Siakam's skill set? He's like a solid spin move guy and good finisher on the rim. He's athletic, like 6'9" guy that can guard 1 through 4 in this league. I mean, I don't see anything crazy about him that we haven't seen before. Like over 100 for nosebleeds. Damn. I'm happy you're not mad tonight. Thanks, J Love. Yeah, I did, Carson Johnson. Disappointing. That's not how it used to be. Laker fans being louder. At least not in 2012, 2013. If Kawhi were to leave this offseason, where would he go? We got game 4 on Sunday. What's up, I am Batman. Should Marcus Gasol still start over Drummond? No, I just think he should play more. Chris Mullin or Mark Price? I don't know. I have to watch more. The Lakers tarp looks so much better than the Clippers cardboard cutouts. Yeah, I agree. I don't think the cardboard cutouts look good anymore. It's the cartoony. Man, Greg Moharo says, has this started? I'm just not seeing it. Man, he needs to refresh. Which would be scarier, Kawhi on Golden State or Miami? Miami. Actually, no, Golden State for sure. Are you kidding? Curry, KD, Kawhi, Clay, and Draymond? Mark Price was the Dame Lillard of his time. Trust me, Dime. I watched a lot of tape on him and live. Yeah, he's nasty, people say. Montrader and Bev not getting minutes anymore. Yeah, it's facts, Kyle Dominic Q. You did tell me that, I guess, I am Batman. Do you enjoy watching Trez get benched by Vogel? I do, very much so. It's stuff tonight from the Clips. He is super lanky. Definitely never seen that before from a player. Like we haven't seen Josh Smith. Knows how to utilize his length and him being 6'9", playing like a guard while being able to guard 1 through 5. Okay, this 1 through 5 shit has to stop, bro. He's not guarding actual good centers. Like, you feel me? This is the weakest era. This is a small ball era. No one's a real 5 and no one's a real 4. Like, he can guard a lot. He can guard, I'd say traditionally he can guard 1 through 3 well, and then 4 and 5s are questionable. In today's era, he can switch on a lot of guys, but that's not that unique to me. I feel like we've seen a lot of guys. Josh Smith, like he had tendencies like that. Not as good at the ball as Siakam, but shit. And when he was young in Atlanta, that was just a random name I thought of that he could do some stuff like that. But yep, Luka joining up at the free throw line. Then there's Giannis, who is more unique. Kevin Durant. LeBron James. He's pretty unique too. What about Tracy McGrady? Trade Wiseman. We have no time for developing young players. I don't know about all that. I know a lot of Warriors fans say that, but I don't really know about all that. Let's see. You look too happy? Not much. I am Batman. In and out of Chipotle? I'll take In and Out over Chipotle. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I never heard Bam is better than AD, Jokic, and Embiid. Yeah, I don't know. I think Kevin Durant and Giannis are more unicorns than Ralph Sampson is a unicorn to me. What about Kareem? I don't know. These very unique. Like I don't know, 1 in a millions. Like what about Wilt? KP has been so disappointing being 7 for 3, not even rebounding or defending. He can't even post up. Who's the best center? Is Joker. Wingstop or Buffalo Wild Wings? Wingstop. Does this series make you finally agree with me that Luka's the best scorer in the NBA? No. What? Gabe? Not better scorer than Durant, bro. Come on, bro. He just has the ball in his hands all the time. He got the mid-range now, but I still think he's better than KD. KD is he wastes no motion. Luka holds on to the ball too long. Do I hate Warriors fans? No. I don't think Bam's better than Karl Anthony Towns, honestly. Yeah, I guess so, Raptors Nation. I'd say guard skills, like Jaylen Brown. Is that guard skills? Most underrated Clipper of all time. Most underrated Clipper of all time. Well, see, I haven't watched every era of Clipper basketball, so I can't really tell you that. Um, I think Reggie Evans is very underrated for a singular year. Churches or Canes. I don't think I've had Churches in a while. Popeyes over KFC for sure. But let me think. Most Clipper. No, it Miami wasn't a fluke. Let me think. Most underrated Clipper. I'd have to go with. I'd say probably Sam. Probably Sam. He was just a culture changer. He's just a winner wherever he went. And I know it was really only one Cinderella year, 06, but I don't know, man. It was just he was just my guy. Danny Manning. I think Ron Harper, he doesn't get talked about enough as a Clipper. I think Ron Harper is really underrated now as time has gone. Elton, I don't think he's that underrated. I mean, I think people that were around for that time remember it very well. Do I find it annoying when fans believe the sole reason they lost a certain game was because the opposition got more free throws? Yes, I do get annoyed with that. Just looking at the free throw count with no context. Do I think Oladipo would make a difference? 100%. They need somebody else that can score and take people off the bounce. Yeah, Raptors Nation, I think you made a good point there. You know what I think is happening to Randall? It's exactly what happened in the bubble to Siakam last year. Didn't know how to read the double and struggled in the half court as the number one option. Clippers winning games 4 and 5. Mavs winning game 6, then it's game 7. We'll see about that. Who's better, Ron Harper or Derek Harper? Honestly, I have to watch more footage to answer that question, Carson. I think they're both good players, though. Very good. Bob McAdoo is one of the great Clippers ever. He's a Brave. Phoenix LAL series officiating? It's fine. Why are we talking about the officiating? Lakers are up 2-1. They played 2 better games. Do you think it was a mistake for the Clippers to tank? Maniac Lane. Come on, you know the answer to these questions. Of course. I've said these before. Don, what do you think about the Stephen A. and Kwame Brown beef? It's actually hilarious. Stephen A. has become a sellout, though, man. He has really made some lazy takes this year. Quitting the Clippers? What do you mean by quitting the Clippers? Aaron Piatkowski. For sure, Johnny Kim. Good night, man. Do you think Clippers match well with Mavs, or were they maybe not prepared in game 1 and 2? We match up fine with them. We were just not prepared. We just match up better with the Blazers and even maybe the Lakers. Where I might sound extremely casual for this, but was I the only one that thought Sheed was related to Ben at first? Yes, you were. Their skin complexion is very different. Not most underrated, but he was solid. In reference to Piatkowski, I assume. Randall's not on the level of KP when you're calling them frauds, I don't think. Do I think Porzingis is gone next year? Probably not. I just think they'll try to bring in a better player. Toto, I wasn't quiet for the first 2 games at all. I posted a video after my game 2 loss, and I posted 2 vlogs. Anything but quiet. I've been giving you guys a lot of content. And I've been tweeting all the time. Who are you? His injuries ruined him. That's an excuse. Jesus days. Bro, get in the post. You're playing basketball. When I say Dwayne Wade has become underrated by NBA Twitter, I don't listen to NBA Twitter anymore. I blocked so many accounts because they're just idiot kids. So I don't know. LeBron sexuals, of course they underrate Dwayne Wade. I haven't seen the Porzingis memes on Twitter, no. I'm not even faulting him for not being able to maintain his body. I just think they needs to get into the bro, come on. Timo Werner, Black Mama says. Okay. Let's see it. Thanks, Johnny Hawkins. I appreciate you, man. Chick-fil-A or Popeyes? I actually had Chick-fil-A today. It's a tough one. I think Popeyes is like a little like it's more fried chicken, whereas like Chick-fil-A is like, I don't know. It's like chicken nuggets, kind of like I don't know. It's different. Like it is fried chicken too, I guess, but not the same. I don't know. I'd say Popeyes by a little bit, but I really like Chick-fil-A. The fries from Chick-fil-A are fire. The waffle fries. You didn't get the notification, Toto? That's not my problem. Go check my videos. I do have. I had a PS3 and an Xbox One, and a Nintendo Entertainment System actually, but I don't really play video games as much anymore. I agree with your statement, Claudio Ferri. But how often does Kawhi actually lock down on the best anymore? Chris Paul's a fraud? No, he's not a fraud. He's just overrated by some people in terms of all time. 5 guys are in and out. 5 guys. Thicker patty. I like that more. Just more quality, in my opinion. Of course, I'm happy again. Top Rivers. I still need some Top Rivers, though. I'm waiting for your girl to come over and give it to me. Anyway. Trae Young's been amazing. Trae Young's been amazing. I told you. The Lob City guys had more heart than the current Clippers. But we'll see. Let's see how this series ends up. Tonight was some heart. They showed some heart, but Lob City, for the most part, they did. Do you think LeBron gets away with a lot of offensive fouls and the defense gets away with fouls on him? A little bit of both, but for the most part, that's how this era is. It's fine. Nothing crazy. J Love says, Dime, you're right about the Blazers. I think the Clippers are undefeated with Kawhi in an LA Clippers uniform against the Blazers. Why would they want to avoid them? I don't know. Were they scared of the Lakers? I mean, I don't know. Prime Wade versus Prime Rose is not even a contest. I love Rose, but that's stupid. Anybody that will actually watch them play knows the real. Lob City is greater than LA Haraway. You live in Oregon, Lake Show? What city? Yeah, the NES, bro. CP3 Prime or Kawhi Prime? Kawhi's better. I just like Chris more, and I liked him on my team more. Because Kawhi has never gotten us out of the freaking past the second round, and he's supposed to be better. Why isn't DeMarcus playing, by the way? I think he's just afraid he won't be able to handle Luka in the pick and roll, but I really think we should have played him. I think we were going to play him tonight. You ever had Apple Pan? Of course. Gee, I love Apple Pan. Why are they going to open that bitch up so everybody can go sit again? Mbappe to Real. Any thoughts? Is it actually happening? Defense looked a lot better, but can still be better, Top Rivers. I didn't do a reaction Austin Rivers versus the Blazers. That was some vintage Austin, though. What stars do you think could be potentially dealt this offseason? I don't know. I have to really think about it. Maybe I think maybe CJ. Maybe CJ. Depending on the Clippers, we'll see. Rose or CP3 all time? Chris Paul. At their peaks, Rose. Like he was going to be better to me. He was going to be better. It's still debatable, but he was going to be better. I don't know why Ty Lue doesn't stop switching with a big man. I really think he needs to stop that. I agree with Lake Show. Wade is the 3rd greatest shooting guard of all time. Bucks sweeping Miami tomorrow? Yeah, probably. I would hope Jimmy Butler and the guys don't get swept. That's embarrassing. But I live in Beaverton, G. Phil. When you move out there? Facts, Joe Black, about sometimes one game can turn around a series and even can turn around the season. Game 3 showed Clippers had heart in them. That's true, but we'll see. They took 2 games from us. We need to get that as well. Prime Dwayne Wade or Prime AI? Prime Dwayne Wade. Hot take. Kyle Lowry should have been an MVP candidate last year by the same logic we're applying to CP3. I don't like the CP3 narrative for the MVP this year, so I don't think Lowry should have been in it either. This Tatum Lakers stuff is weird, guys. He's on a big contract. He's the face of the Celtics. Just because he like Kobe doesn't mean he's going to the Lakers. That's weird. I don't know why you guys think that. He would also be the biggest trader in the history of the Celtics franchise. Do I think Kennard should get minutes? Yes and no. Like, I think he should, but like, I like if we're cutting the rotation down to these 8 players, fine with me. Bro, Chris Paul's prime is not better than Kawhi's prime, J Love. Chris Paul's never doing what Kawhi did in 2019 or 2017 for that matter. Paul Pierce or Carmelo? Paul Pierce. Probably Paul Pierce. Smarter. Makes other players around him like better. I wouldn't say makes other players around him better, but knows how to work with others better. And keep, he's a real team player. Carmelo, he's trying to get his buckets. And Pierce is more committed on the defensive end. I love Melo, though, but you know about how Chris Paul hates getting his head rubbed, right? It was hilarious when he got pissed getting rubbed by Powell and PJ Tucker. I'm not answering Kawhi questions about leaving. Thanks, I am Batman. People think Steph Curry's top 10 player of all time. No chance, bruh. No fucking chance. Should have made the playoffs. If we're talking that level, stop. Stop. He doesn't even have a finals MVP. Nobody in my top 10 all time in the top 10 has no finals MVPs. And I don't hold that 2015 against him. He was still the best player on a championship team. But no. He hasn't had enough big moments for me in the playoffs and shown us that like even his championship that he won as the best player didn't really place the best competition because of the injuries. Had a pro try for the Idaho Stampede and Point Trey was a G League affiliate in 2010. Before that, he kept tabs on me and called. Man, you were nice like that, Lake Show? Composer averaging 1 more rebound than Porzingis. Hate to see it. Kawhi championship was not impressive. Such a hater. Such a hater. Played better teams than LeBron did in 2016. Except for that finals, which was a similar team. Honestly, Clay, Draymond, and Steph. Just that Clay missed the game. Draymond missed the game. Of course, it's a weak move, right? If Kawhi leaves and loses. Bro, he wore a Kobe sweatband when Celtics played Lakers. He loves Kobe and Lakers. He's coming in 3 years. Well, in your delusional Laker fan minds, sure. All right, Jesus days. Whatever you say, buddy. Yeah, he probably should have a Finals MVP, right? He's still not a top 10 player of all time. He's not better than Wilt Chamberlain. Are you crazy? Not better than. Is he even better than Hakeem? I don't think he's better than Hakeem. He's not better than Tim Duncan. He's not better than LeBron. He's not better than Kobe. He's not better than fucking Kareem. He's not better than Magic. Not better than Larry Bird. Yeah. No chance for me. Not better than Shaq. Not better than Bill Russell. And not better than Michael Jordan. So there's 10 for you right there. I like Steph, though. I think he's in the highest 10 to 15 range but I think more for me 15 to 20 range. What's up, boys? Yep, more tits, man, for your boys. Less Pat Bev. Twitter baddies. You got to settle down now. Yeah, Ty Lue definitely made some big adjustments. Do you think Lob City DJ would be a better fit than Zoo in this series against the Mavs? No, anything but Lob City DJ, bro. Hondo or Steph Curry? Hondo. He's 2 Finals MVPs. He's bigger. He's not the offensive weapon, but he's definitely a better two-way player. And I think he's basically as good of a passer to me. And he plays every fucking second in the playoffs and like goes off. So Hondo, he has he has like 8 championships, bro. And he has 2 rings as the best player. Like 16 years in that era. Like, oh man. I think Curry's more skilled than Hondo, but Hondo, he hits tough mid ranges, and like he's just all around way better rebounder. Like Steph's a good rebounder for a point guard, but I like Hondo. Just he's big moments. Like he just makes big plays, both ends of the court. That's the thing. Hustle. He really works hard, but that's just my opinion though. It's a good debate. He's better than Kwame, yeah, sure. The Warriors team that Kawhi beat in the finals is the same Warriors team that didn't make the playoffs. Not true at all. Iguodala and Sean Livingston were there, and Klay Thompson literally played the majority of the games. He literally only didn't play game 3. He played every other game in the series. So that's just exaggerated. I will be at Staples for game 5. And a lot of people are saying the Rams have a chance at a Super Bowl. I need to watch more of Havlicek. All right, I think that's it for me, guys. I did see Reggie Jackson getting yelled at by Rondo. Hey, how long was Hondo a role player though, Lake Show? Like 2 years, maybe 3 years max. By year 4 or 5, fool was on All Star. But anyway, of course, I prefer the cursive jerseys over the LAC ones. My 2019 Clippers, I'd say out of the Clipper teams, I'd say they're probably like third or fourth. Probably third. I'd say number 1 is 06. Number 2, 2014. Number 3, 2019. Number 4, 2015. And then I really like the 2016 and 17 teams, but the injuries really killed us in the season, especially to Chris Paul. But yeah, all right. The half court logo, I do prefer that. I like the cursive logo we have there during the Lob City era with the blue writing. I like that a lot. But anyway, peace out.